Welcome to our live discussion, the Itty Bitty Nerdy Committee. I'm Beastie Boy.
I'm Table.
I'm Red.
And it is I, Shino Brando.
We'll be discussing recent news from across the multiverse live from video games, anime, comics, and more. And stick around after the news to hear us discuss a newly released comic of the week.
Boy, oh boy, are we starting with some sort of news tonight.
Some sort of news.
Some sort of news. It is time to shit on Warner Brothers some more. Because the former Batwoman actress Ruby Rose has decided that, you know what, enough is enough. And through everybody that ever wronged her or that she believed that is just a trash person, under the bus this morning all over her Instagram.
God.
Yeah.
That's the too long didn't read version. For a little bit more detail. Apparently Greg Berlanti, Sarah Schester, and former Warner Brothers TV Group chairman Peter Roth were contributing to unsafe and unhealthy working conditions.
I believe it.
Not only forcing her to continue to work when she had that big back injury, but also if that she went to go get an x-ray, they'd be like, okay, well, you owe us $2 million because we will miss a day of work. You will hold up production.
That's bad.
On top of all of that, not only was there rampant sexual misconduct, no intimacy training of any kind during love scenes that apparently she needed to be a part of, but when it came to San Diego Comic-Con and the Ruby Rose making her appearance, she was forced to make the little video that people saw at Comic-Con because she was to blame. So says Warner Brothers.
Blaming.
Well, she alleges Warner Brothers says. Now, WB, crap people as far as I'm concerned. Because
we're fully aware.
Yeah. Because of the entire Ray Fisher situation that continues to evolve.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now,
so, making her.
I've seen some people kind of disclaim her sort of like recently. I've seen some people say kind of like speak up against her. It's one of those things just kind of 50-50. Given Warner Brothers' track record, however, I mean, first and foremost, let me just go on one tangent and say that no matter who stands up against who, it doesn't discredit what she says, first and foremost, right?
Firstly.
And second, right? Firstly. And secondly, the fact that, like, how can I put it? WB has a track record of poor misconduct, like you said before, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, to weigh it out between the two arguments, I honestly, like, if I have to back one camp up, I'm probably gonna have to go with Ruby over here because I'm pretty sure she's another victim of WB-ness, if you know what I mean, right?
And also, not only has these entire events left her, like, with, pardon the phrasing, but raging anxiety through even opening a script. The last project that she was majorly a part of was The Meg. And that was very much a passion project that she held herself accountable for and cut her hair on purpose, grew out her hair on purpose and did that as sort of a passion project. And she worked with a very close-knit group of friends and respected colleagues. And that is who she continues to work with exclusively.
Yeah, well, like, there's always the it can all be true situation here. Ruby Rose very well could be a nightmare to work with. She could be deeply unpleasant on set. All of those allegations could be the case. But even if they are, she doesn't deserve the medical mistreatment and the just blatant poor practice that Warner Brothers is at this point known for.
Right.
Very true.
Especially when you are reaching for someone at the very top. Greg Berlanti, runner of the entire CW, Arrowverse, everything.
Yep.
The only thing I don't believe his hand touches is movies and Stargirl. Because that is entirely a different sexual assaulter's problem.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. At this point, it's not surprising that this is the depth of what was going on, because I remember what news came out at the time about her getting hurt on set, and then the changed production schedules and all of that. And I still went, weird. But it was like a 2-3 day news cycle, and then it was gone, and people very much didn't talk about it anymore, presumably because they weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
Well,
whoever's side is the most factual, trust me, there's a definitive side in my personal opinion.
it warrants investigation at most, right? Like, if anyhow the Warner Brothers denies an investigation, you know.
And if you're gonna do an investigation, you don't pull the same thing you did with Ray Fisher, because they did an internal audit, and oh no, surprise, surprise, nothing's fucking wrong.
There you go.
Says the multi-billion-dollar company that definitely hasn't hired these kind of people before.
Oh, they would never.
Yeah, their statement is as vague and as bland as it fucking gets. And I'm sure it's on purpose.
Of course.
Understatement.
Of course.
To bring us, my apologies, my news cycle this week is a little bit of a downer.
Oh God, we go down from here?
A little bit. Y'all like Marvel movies?
Yeah, pretty
Well,
much.
I mean, this is not. I mean, okay, so this is not so much of a down compared to the last news, but
that's
it is
true. That's 100%. It's a little sad though.
Mm-hmm.
All of your Marvel movies post Spider-Man are moving to their next available time slot, so everything's moving back one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, across the internet, it was said that, oh, haha, the Batman trailer came out and all the movies are moving. So,
Well,
and
no,
also, there's also that IATSE strike I talked about last week.
Mm-hmm.
So, somewhere in the middle of those, that is why. Because I don't know which body says that, oh, these movies have to come out, like, you know, you can't put a Marvel movie and a Batman movie out at the same time. That would just be bad for both businesses. So I'm sure there's some sort of agreement of somewhere.
Yeah, move from that, right?
So
it takes Batman to come in and fuck your shit up, of course.
And also, when you have all your workers and now you have to adjust timelines and give people breaks, you've got to pull back a little bit so you can respect some creatives now.
If things have to come out slower for strike reasons and for basic human living condition reasons, darn fucking shame.
Right. You will notice that on the image on screen, Fantastic Four and Blade, as they were talked about at the end, happening post Quantumania, are no longer on the schedule. Now, I'm sure they are still in some sort of pre-production, but based on when all these movies, if they move back anymore, based on the world, it is hard to say when those movies are coming out.
I'm pretty sure this pushback is also from the fact that they have to catch up on filming since shit was on pause for a long fucking time. And so the previous schedule no longer fits the timeline because we've been on pause for a fucking long time.
That's true.
So,
but
yeah.
The first couple, Eternals is coming out in its regular time slot. Spider-Man's coming out in its regular time slot.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange moved down one and everything moved down one. Now, what that means for the Marvel TV shows that kind of bridge the gap between the two, who knows? Ms. Marvel is supposed to come out the beginning of next year, and does it come out 6 weeks before Doctor Strange now?
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah. That's my thing. I'm sure they have a giant workaround. These guys, this is all they do, right?
Yeah, this is literally Kevin Feige's job. So yeah.
So, yeah. All right. It's sad to see those titles knocked off, but I'm pretty sure those guys are still part of the slate anyways.
Yeah, I also agree, but it's just that, you know, on their big grander scheme, they might have just been, they're so early in pre-production that maybe they're, at this moment, they're just not worth thinking. They are coming, they're just not worth following closely.
I think there might be a restructure of things between Phase 4 and 5. It might switch some things up here and there.
Yeah.
In my opinion, anyways.
Yeah. But we're still very much looking forward to Eternals because that's in 2 weeks.
2
Yeah.
weeks.
Although
Ryan
I still
might
think
actually lose his mind.
Although I still think they're going to drop the Fantastic Four during Phase 4 because that's the only thing that makes sense. Number 4, man, we can't drop that.
I understand what you're saying.
Mhm,
I hear you.
mhm,
We don't
That's-
believe him.
I know I do believe him. That's definitely some like haha 4 right? Okay.
Right on.
But whoa.
It's-
By the way, before we transfer to She Knows Marvel news, if you go on Twitter and you spoil the Eternals movie for you, you're blocked.
oh yeah, crime. Blocked for 1,000 years.
Because Variety, Hollywood Reporter, a ton of other trade websites, Bleeding Cool even decided to jump in on the fun, all spoiled one of the mid-credit scenes about a very specific casting, and that's about all I'll tell you of that.
Someone's
And-
been cast for a role.
And y'all bitches and your mom's a hoe. Anyway.
Harsh. But fair. Harsh but fair.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
what do you got for me,
well-
man? Well,
news.
oh, look at that! You give me a little roulette. Thank you.
I
Look
did.
at Crispy Rat's ugly face. Look at him.
haha, the
Look
crispy
at him.
rat.
Yeah. Look at that. That's it. That
Fucking
haircut.
eyebrows.
I don't know, but I think that haircut's due to Thor: Love and Thunder. But despite all the rumors that circulated the internet about GOTG 3 being like starting filming, James Gunn says no, it is not a thing. But we are doing things. Don't worry. And the holiday special also got pushed. 2022.
Hilarious. Get
Oh.
fucked.
Wild.
Christmas 2022. So we waiting for that. So I'm thinking this is the year of Star Wars. Though.
Book of Boba Fett, though.
No,
Look at
Right,
Boba Fett, though.
exactly. Disney.
Very excited.
This reason why Disney's know what to they know what to do with their marketing. They know what to do, right? They have to be careful about it. You can't put 2 hot properties at the same fucking time. Gotta
Not
cool
safely.
down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool
And it's
down.
very much looking like
So-
1 year you get a Marvel, 1 year you get a Star Wars, 1 year you get a Marvel, 1
That's
year
the
a Star
idea.
Wars.
And that way we kind of avoid burnout, sort of, kind of. They still gonna milk that fucking cow hardcore back at hell, like home base. You know what I mean? That poor cow, Bessie's already dry.
They're an industrial farm at this point. Come on.
You got
You ever
it,
watch
you got
Family
it.
Guy with like that big like brooding cow that Stewie gets from the Ultimate Dimension?
Yes.
That's Marvel Comics right now.
That's Marvel Comics, exactly. Milk that cow. Speaking of that, on the other side of things, see that green dude?
I like
You
that
see
green dude.
him?
That green dude's cool.
I've seen that green dude before somewhere.
Right on. After 2 failed solo movies,
Mm-hmm.
right? He had a pretty successful new origin movie, sort of, kind of, Thor Ragnarok. If y'all catch my drift. But somehow, some way, somewhere out there in Marvel decided, hey, do you guys still want to pitch the idea of giving Hulk his own movie? And someone said, and so now the rumors going around that Hulk may get his own solo film at some point. Who knew? Especially with the stuff happening in She-Hulk, they might extend something with Mark Ruffalo, and Hulk might continue. Perhaps he might fix his gimp arm and become strong again. We'll see. But yeah, that's the rumor going around right now. I personally would like to see a Hulk movie because Hulk's one of my favorite Avengers, if you will. I do like the idea of having a Banner Hulk, because I mean, having Hulk say 2 words at a time, it's kind of, you know what I mean? But I mean, like, having a Banner Hulk's kind of cool. I mean, I want some more of that. We got a piece of that in Endgame, and then didn't even let him do much. He bitched the entire time. Can you imagine that? Hulk bitching the entire... What the fuck? Hulk bitched the entire time. For 2 hours, he bitched about shit. Like, what the fuck is that about?
And to really spin it into a time of the season, as much as I would love World War Hulk, they already kind of touched the car and they kind of did that.
They
If
actually
I-
dodged the car and went, haha, you know that car. We're not dealing with that one.
Right.
Well, unless you want to, you kind of twist it and you turn him into, your World War Hulk, but he's already on Earth and he's just, extreme emerald rage, because that's the thing that
Luminous.
happened before. Yeah, that's the
that
shit
happens
that
later
fucking
in that
happened
series.
before.
Absolutely, it does.
So,
If I may
so,
pitch to you an alternate one, coming out in a couple months from Marvel is World War She-Hulk.
oh fuck,
So,
we're
as
not
much as a
ready.
cash cow that is, and
No.
B,
Yeah,
instead of World War Hulk, let's do Immortal Hulk. Hulk, but horror.
I mean, I don't want to kill Mark
I love
Ruffalo. I like
horror.
him.
You don't have to kill Mark Ruffalo, but you just make like the beast that's inside Banner
The entity's separate.
just spooky and like he is fearful of it.
Okay.
Look, I love horror. You know, I love horror takes on common things, on familiar properties. Like, that's one of my favorite bits.
And we'll get there.
I don't know. Oh, we sure fucking will. I don't know if I would call Hulk like my go-to horror thing, because for all that, like, he has those qualities of a good horror movie monster, you know, almost ineffable, uncontrollable, undefeatable, like, you know, he's gonna get you no matter what you do, very Voorhees style. He's also giant and green, which
He will eat you.
aesthetically, yeah, like, that's not, it is scary, but it's not horrifying. So they'd really have to put in some fucking legwork to make that one go down.
Yeah. But I mean, we're touching the horror base pretty soon, as they say. So I mean, we're headed there, right?
That's true.
And what if already showed off the zombies?
And also,
So-
we talked about zombies at youtube.com/nerdcrusadepod.
Sure did. Nice.
Elsewhere in that
Next to the
episode, we
news.
talked about the other side of the fence. What you got for that side of the fence, Chino?
Oh, nice bridge. I see what you did there. Segway. Woo! All right. So, a little bit of news about this movie. I know we dropped the trailer not too long ago. Shit was hype. I liked it. I watched
liked
it
it.
too many times. Yeah. The view count went up really high because I was part of that. I'm not ashamed. Not ashamed.
I understand the feeling.
Thank you. So contrary to other Batman movies where it was more Bruce Wayne outside the costume and then he's in the costume here and there. This
Yeah.
movie is going to feature more Pattinson in costume and less Pattinson on screen. So, and they also boast that this one's going to be more of a hard-nosed noir detective thing. So despite all the other movies being popular because of all the gadgets and like Batman, that shit doesn't so he has gadgets. They're all hardcore
Like
homemade
detective.
gadgets that he's done, but he's doing detective work, which is the main bread and butter of what makes Batman fucking Batman.
The Dark
So-
Detective.
There you go. So,
Greatest detective. Come on, guys.
exactly. So prepare to see about near 3 hours of Batman content, where Pattinson's probably going to be spending about 2 hours in that Batman costume, cape and cowl and all. So just prepare yourself.
Love
I watched that thing
all of that.
too many times.
I'm gonna watch that movie like several times in a row as soon as I possibly can.
I am never leaving the theater. Backstreet Boys concert or not, I'm staying there forever.
God.
May I jump in with just a sprinkle more of DC news?
Always.
Go ahead, pepper me up.
Okay, so during Fandom, they also showed a trailer for the Suicide Squad versus Justice League
Oh,
game.
Yeah.
And they shocked Oswald Cobblepot a little bit too many times for my personal liking.
Well,
And so, between this movie and that video game, that's an awfully shocked Cobblepot.
no, nice. I like that. I like that.
My God.
I like that.
Look, if you're gonna be rude to someone, Cobblepot's a great one to be a dick to because frankly,
100%!
he's just an asshole.
100% all the time. Fuck that guy.
Except for the times when he was raised by penguins.
That's all. Yeah, I know that universe is the universe that Ezra Miller's going to. That's a different universe altogether. I
that
know.
one, the guy
Yeah.
raised by penguins needs help.
Yeah.
Every
Oh,
other
jeez.
version just fucking sucks.
You
He's
see-
just a douche.
Take note of that. See what she's saying? Take note of that because every other version of Penguin that's not raised by penguins is some type of like low
Just a
tier,
criminal.
mid tier, or high tier criminal gangster. The one raised by penguins is fucking feral. He's fucking feral. He eats raw fish right there in front of your face.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow.
Whoa.
Rightly
Whoa.
so. One of the
Whoa.
best versions, in my opinion.
I
That
know, he
man's
was
just
creepy as
eating straight
shit.
bones, though. That's
Yeah.
that's kind of nasty.
Bones
did you
and
see
all.
what he looked?
Mans doesn't care what bones are.
Fuck, but bless
He was
Danny
raised
DeVito for
by
doing that role,
penguins.
man. Bless him for doing that role. It, like, the entire time, Danny DeVito looked like a walking potato sack with a hat on his head. But I love that guy. Bless you, man, for doing
That's
that.
fucking great.
Oh, trust me, man. All right, next bit of news. What do you got for
Yes, sir. Here comes an unfortunate one.
me? What do we got? It's unfortunate.
Why?
Oh, yeah. So, I was mad excited about this,
Oh.
right?
Yeah,
I
you
was like,
said.
okay,
Me too.
you know, I love this series. Big on it. It's got a big old story. Pretty, especially around now, it's pretty important. You know, it you know, make some good content, make people talk, make people think. You know, maybe change some point of view perspectives. But Why the Last Man not doing so good? Canceled. No second season. God damn! It's now actually fishing itself to other places to possibly get picked up. Guess what's happening? Nobody's biting.
Oh shit.
So looks like Y is going to go. One I guess you what do you call a person on Twitter? What do you tweets a whole bunch? A Twitter? I'm old, man.
A
You
person
gotta
on
tell me.
Twitter.
Some bird brain
Mm-hmm.
decided to go out there
Excellent.
and say, why did they have to go turn Y the Last Man into an even shittier version of The Walking Dead when you have such Y the Last Man content out there? It doesn't make any sense.
Oh boy.
Dear.
So
Oh, dear.
yeah,
I feel
so
like
from that,
somebody missed the. I feel like somebody missed the memo.
right? From when that comment, I was just like, ooh, I'm not checking that out. And two, I can see why shit's canceled, man. Oh boy,
May
if
I?
that was your formula,
So, do you have the reason why it's canceled?
no, they just FX decided to not pick it up for a second season. Just
So,
Good
ratings may have slipped. Again, a lot of people commented on stuff not being Y the Last Man.
there was some talk of because it took so long to produce and people were having to get paid so much because of lieu of work because of COVID. The show became more and more expensive, and also holding on to all the sets and all the things was costing more money than the show was making or could
That makes
project to
sense.
make. So
Nobody's watching.
yeah, so they had really good numbers for the first 2 episodes, and as most streamer shows do, the middle, and then when it's all out, people usually binge it all in one go, and that's where a lot of the money generates. But the first 2 episodes were widely liked as far as I recall, but it just became too expensive to hang on to from FX.
Hey man, there's a lot of things going around. FX, listen man, FX can hold on to that. They're quite literally Disney. They can afford this. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
They can do it. They're just not gonna do it. Nobody's watching. No point in pumping that money into
Hey,
that.
Netflix, you want to pick this up, please?
They could. You could save it.
They
It'd
can
be
do it.
nice.
They
right?
don't save their own shows. Why would they save someone else's?
This is also
Because they're
fucking
currently
tax.
home to another DC-related Vertigo franchise.
The one that they will not let die, and one that's seemingly being produced right now.
Yeah, Lucifer and Sandman.
There you go.
Yeah. Lose friends when it stops making money. So
I think this thing was canceled 3 times. It just keeps on coming back. You can't kill the devil. Anyways,
it's fine.
next news.
It's fine.
Look
Yeah.
at this guy.
That's
See
a
this
guy.
guy? Okay. Well, lo and behold, filming of Mando season 3 is happening, but Pedro Pascal was also in our town,
Yeah, he was actively in our city recently.
right? Filming, The Last of Us. So there's only one conclusion here. Well, 2, if you will. And hear me out. The first one is that this is a rumor, but he did share it. So 2, my conclusion and theory is Pedro Pascal lost the Clone Wars. It only makes sense.
You know what?
Darn.
Yeah, that would do it.
Thank you. But hey, season 3 on the way. Pedro Pascal does stuff. We like him in everything except for well, I mean, he was the only good thing about Wonder Woman 1984.
But it could be better.
but it could be
Could
better.
be. It sure could be
So,
better.
I
Wonder
had to think
Woman,
that in real quick.
Wonder Woman 3.
Nice.
Maybe Patty doesn't apologize for this one.
Oh.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah, maybe she does, but she films it as a 2-hour movie. That's good. Just
Maybe the
saying.
Wonder Woman 3 is the apology for 2.
That's right.
I mean, as less of a joke, another option for, why he would share that when it's not a rumor is they're filming the stuff that he doesn't have to be in yet.
You're right.
And this is just an old photo.
Yeah, exactly right.
They're like, filming is happening. He's not yet involved, but it's fine.
But it's going.
But-
It's happening.
But it's happening. Things are happening. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's on that front. I think I have one bit of news left, and it might be
You
good for
got-
some people.
So much news, sir.
Yeah,
I'm-
little tidbits. Little tidbits. My last bit of news might be good for some, might be horrible for others, but Transformers has wrapped filming. Rise of the Motherfucking Beast. But hey, listen, man, look. I'm a sucker for giant robots.
Mhm.
I'll give it. I love Transformers. I love Optimus Prime. I'm gonna give it a chance, right? I mean, look, the man's teasing me with a classic Optimus Prime look. I can't be mad at that. I need that in my life, so I'm gonna see this movie. I'm gonna give it a chance. But this also marks the last time you see this fucking truck on screen, because after this, we're not getting any more Optimus Prime. It's gonna be Optimus Primal and the rest of their gang doing all their fucking movies. So we're saying goodbye to the old gang here. This is the last movie they're gonna do. Some say finally, but I mean, hey,
Damn.
we had a good run. I'm not mad at it. I wanted a live action Transformers movie for fucking years, and someone made it happen. Michael Bay.
Wait, why? I would say
And well,
they had a run.
right, yeah, they had. I mean, they had one good movie. Everything else was fucking questionable, but remains there was a film series in there, and I had fun.
I
here and there,
argue
and
2
so-
was not that bad, but everyone after that, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
2. Oof,
Are you
oof,
sure?
oof,
It's,
oof.
you're allowed your controversial opinions.
Damn.
Your hot takes.
Yeah, man. As far as sequels goes, ooh, that thing's a masterpiece compared to like The Last Jedi. But all right,
Whoa.
That's not a high bar.
Wow.
not at
Damn.
all. But hey, man, that's why I put it out there like that. But that's all my news, man. So
Just like that is it.
that's
All right,
it for
on
me,
that hot
man.
take, we're going to cut ourselves to an ad. If you don't want to see the ad, you can hit us with that Prime Gaming,
Mm-hmm.
and you can help us get to me playing more Metroid.
You really don't like
Please.
that game, huh?
We'll see you in
Punish
60
this
seconds.
man.
We'll see you in
Pause.
60 seconds.
Oh.
Nice.
Which takes us to Beastie News, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start it off with some very saddening news for the anime.
No.
Yeah, right. And more sad news. I'm so sorry, guys. This is not what I wanted, but it brings a sad tear to me and to anybody in the DBZ fandom that the voice actor for Frieza and many very notable characters, Chris
My favorite
Ayers,
villain.
yes, a very amazing villain as well too, had passed away just recently on I believe the 18th. It was
Yeah.
so just
Yeah.
recently, but yeah, this was just so sudden because even myself I didn't know too much of what was going on with him hospital wise. So
Yeah, I don't think much was shared. Do you know what was going down, or?
no, I was trying to look into it and I don't know the
Mhm.
reason like why he was hospitalized. I think it could have been just some complications with like I'm not sure if it was maybe some internal organs and stuff like that. Could have been
Just
anything.
general health?
Yeah, general health, like stuff like that. Because again, this was like random news and just like so sudden. So
Mhm.
this was just like immediate. But yeah, it's tough to see because like I didn't realize this is for me. I didn't realize this is the voice that I had heard so long. Besides,
Yeah.
the recent understudy Damon Mills doing
Mhm.
Battle of the Gods, I think was the version,
Mhm.
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
So that I was just like, shit, that's just nuts to see. And yeah, I think a lot of people were just like really struck by it. Even people were tagging me on Facebook the next day. I was like, yeah, like this is tough.
Dude, it hurts. his voice made me like Frieza. That's the reason Frieza's my favorite villain. I won't even lie to you. That's the reason why. Because the way he cold blooded dropped his lines with his voice, I was like, yo, this guy did it for me, man. And it's sad to hear him go. It's too bad, man. Rest in peace, though.
He did an amazing job. So
Truly,
yeah,
and even as someone that's tangentially absorbed the DBZ like a franchise as a whole, this is the voice I think of.
Yeah. Quite honestly, like, and I don't do English. I don't do the English cast much. I really don't do dubbed. I really do a lot of sub. But when I did take in like the English cast, man, like for me, Frieza was always a fucking standout.
Oh,
So
100%,
yeah, man, it's a shame.
Yeah, but he was, I guess, surrounded by his like some families and friends, and as well too his, I believe his girlfriend,
Mhm.
who was there as well. So he was all surrounded by that, by his hospital bed, and then just like
Loved ones, right?
exactly, just enjoying some time on like the final hours that he had. So, it's good that he was around the people that he was loved by, and then just the people that
Mhm.
he enjoyed his time with. But from the note that it was given, basically, it was saying that he cared so much about people in general, and just the like kind of slight irony of like seeing him play a villain such as Frieza, but having such a character of like this kind-hearted human. Like it's the different spectacles that it's cool to see how he was I guess appraised so much by so many people.
Yeah, I hear you.
But yeah,
Damn.
the anime community is gonna miss Chris and his amazing talents, and it's
For
it's
sure.
a tough day. But yeah.
Yeah, it's another one. Yeah, it's another tough day, man.
It is not often big corporations on their official Twitters and Instagrams and all their socials mark the passing of a voice actor. However, Toei across every language was an exception to that.
Really?
And across all platforms, a deep condolences from everybody at Toei Animation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Besides the tweet that I found from such Crystal, or Crystal Port is her name. Toei was the first one that I actually saw the whole tweet, and I was like, "What just happened?"
Wow.
So yeah, like I saw that. I saw Christopher Sabat put out a tweet as well too, the same night or something like that, and then just saw everything happening. So
Yeah.
everybody just got hit by it.
Sabat's another legendary voice, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can imagine. He's worked with him for the last like what 20, 30 years almost.
I think most likely, yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Since like DBZ itself, so yeah,
Yep.
some time, yeah. But
Well, rest in peace, man.
yeah,
Cool.
we'll see you on the other side. But nonetheless, we'll get into some more exciting news, of course. Get some lifted spirits, as per se. But the recent project is coming up, which is going to be. Have you seen Coraline? Have you seen Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yes.
I have never seen Coraline.
I've never.
Do yourself a favor and
Go
do
watch
watch Coraline. It's
See,
very good.
Yeah.
I have to watch Coraline still. I just haven't had the chance. That's one movie like that somehow slipped, even though like I saw like a snippet of the movie, but I just haven't probably watched it. But
No, it's very good, man. Give it a chance. When you get a chance, do it.
Oh, I will 100%. The director himself, Henry Selick, is going to be coming back or not coming back, but going to be creating another project, stop motion animated film as well, with Jordan Peele and Keegan Michael Key, called Wendel and Wild. So,
oh shit!
Put this man's talent of stop motion animation movies, and then put his casting choices with both these guys.
Oh no!
It's gonna be something.
I have a question.
Oh no!
I have a question.
Oh no!
This project needs to be rated R, right?
I see. I
Just
don't
based
know.
on language alone.
I mean, they can tone it down. They can.
Stop motion. And Coraline is objectively a horrifying book that they adapted.
Listen,
into
they were both in Toy Story, but they were only in small snippets. But a whole movie with these two belts, I don't know, gentlemen.
I mean, they've worked together a lot for their comedy shows, so I mean, he knows what to do, and he knows how.
Yo, dude, That's gonna be fucking ridiculous.
Oh, 100%.
Oh god.
But yeah, the project is no wild, but from description, the film will follow two demon brothers who escape the underworld and find themselves in a town where they must evade a demon duster teenager. So most likely their version of a demon hunter. But yeah, it's very interesting because I saw
Demon,
this and was
please.
like, it is an interesting idea to see how these two are gonna act together and all this stuff. So
It's just gonna be ridiculous. All right, cool.
100%. 100%. But I mean, with the praise of Nightmare Before Christmas and then Coraline, like
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous, man.
you can't really go wrong anywhere, but like wildness. But nonetheless, yes.
All right, what do you got, man?
And on our last little bit is the Uncharted trailer has dropped just as of today. So
Did anybody watch it? Is it any good? I didn't see it yet.
I literally have it set
Me
up on my tabs.
Me either.
Okay.
I literally was gonna watch it and I was like, I don't got time for you yet. But it is set up there. I haven't checked it out yet. But the casting of some people are already mentioned. So the Uncharted trailer, like I said, dropped with Tom Holland and then as well Mark Wahlberg playing as Sully or Victor Sullivan, well known. And it's also going to be showing Antonio
Mark
Banderas.
Sully.
It's going to be showing Antonio Banderas as well, Tati Gabrielle from Sabrina from the Netflix series, and Sophia Ali, which is going to be a very interesting cast with all those guys.
The only name I know over there is Antonio Banderas, and I know Antonio will do just about anything nowadays. So bless him. But Uncharted, all right. I mean, like, let me know. I'm gonna probably check the trailer out too. So I mean, this movie was yeah, right.
It looks fine.
Did you check Table? You checked it out? You seen it?
Yeah, it's fine. My biggest complaint thus far is just, man, because the Uncharted games are so modern, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get a very clear picture of Nathan Drake. Like, that guy's already got a face, actually. And so seeing Tom Holland be that face is a little bit weird. But I'll let it go because what else can you do? And
He's from a different neighborhood or a friendly neighborhood, per se?
He's just the wrong shape.
He's just the wrong shape.
Says.
He's baby Drake. He's not
baby Drake.
Right? He's baby Drake, man.
As
Nathan Drake should be shaped like,
but he should be triangle. Yeah.
Nathan Drake should be shaped like Ryan Reynolds, bro. That's how Nathan Drake should look like.
Yeah, like he's not a straight Dorito, but he's gotta be bulky.
Yeah,
a Dorito, you said.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm waiting for because
superhero Dorito.
Because the Tomb Raider franchise did very well in theaters, and this probably will do well in theaters. I'm waiting for the Sony video game adaptation multiverse universe.
Oh god.
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see the day of where Nathan Drake teams up with Ratchet and Clank.
My god.
Stop.
They had an animated picture, motion picture.
I know.
They doing it.
I know.
You know, I had to like, you know what Tomb Raider is, right? And they're like, yes. And I was like, think kind of like that, but if Lara Croft was just some guy and also kind of a weenie.
Damn.
What if Indiana Jones was a weenie? Yeah.
Nathan Drake is mostly fine as a character. He's mostly fine.
Eidos is like, how do you rip off Indiana Jones? Let's make Lara. Let's make Tomb Raider. Cool. Future Sony's just like, how do you rip off Tomb Raider? Let's make Uncharted. Cool. Sure. And other movies is like, how do you rip off all these motherfucking movies? Let's just watch them all and do the same thing.
It'll be fine. It'll be a perfectly watchable movie and it'll probably be entertaining. I'm assuming they're also not going to do the thing that... So, if you're aware, if you played the rebooted Tomb Raider game, the first one, just Tomb Raider, and then watched the movie, you notice that in the adaptation, they removed the magical element and made it just a science thing. Because my guess is that they'll probably do something similar for any of the magic fuckery that turns up in some of the Uncharted games.
Yeah. Well, from what it was said, that the Uncharted movie itself, they were saying, like, in quotations, it was conceived as a prequel to the game's slash origin story for the globe-trotting adventurer, which Nathan finds, or Nathan is bartending before going on a treasure hunt, finding his long lost brother, still Victor. So that's what in description it is. That's what I was given. So
it omits anything you witnessed in any game and can freely do whatever the fuck it wants. So ignore magic if you will.
I got a dumb
everyone was very
question.
surprised by the magic in game 1, so it probably can't turn up yet.
I got a dumb question. Is this the second movie in a row that Tom Holland will be exploring caves in?
Possibly.
Because No Way Home, in one of the trailers, he's also in a cave with a flashlight looking around. And then I see in this one, he's also in a cave with a flashlight looking around. Like, they just have a cave set. They're just like, y'all want to use it?
Someone give this boy a flashlight.
I don't remember him being in a cave in No Way Home.
We'll see.
It's in the original trailer.
Maybe.
Unbelievable.
Unknown. But anyways, nonetheless, with the trailer dropping, they did have a release date, which is going to be February 18th next year. So 2020.
Around the corner.
Yes.
Everything's avoiding Batman. We don't want to touch that corner. Leave that month for him and him alone.
He has that corner.
Just leave him alone.
That weekend is hit Batman's.
Right? I said it before. It takes Batman to come fuck your shit up. They drop that trailer, so everybody's like, fuck! Carl Johnson, move the movie! Move the fucking movie!
That movie's coming out!
God damn.
Fuck!
We can't do it. Change everything.
Alright, Table, would you like mystical or would you like spooky?
Let's go with the mystical. I think I know which one that is.
Mystical it is.
Mostly just because of the connection to some of what BC was talking about.
Excellent.
BC, it's great that you mentioned, an actor who was in Sabrina or the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, because another actor who was in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is going somewhere, to Riverdale.
Fuck.
And she's going as Sabrina Spellman. Sabrina Spellman is going to season 6 of Riverdale.
Sorry, you said season 6. My brain went, "Oh yeah, huh."
Yeah.
I'm surprised that was the 6th season. God.
Oh, it's the 6th season. It's unclear how much of it she'll appear in. It seems like she's just going to be in a quote 5-part event called Riverdale. And she probably won't stick around for longer than that. But at this point with Riverdale, you actually can't tell. And the weird thing is, right, that you might go, oh, how can you incorporate the straight up satanic cult of... No, it's not hard. Because there's actually already a cult in Riverdale right now. Yes, Red?
It's called fan base. It's called the fan base, yeah.
Red, what's your question?
I know the way, and because he's in charge of the fucking Archie universe over there, I know how they're going to do it, and I hate that I know it.
Well, I would love to hear that because I'm actually not the most familiar with Archie comics.
So in Afterlife with Archie, Sabrina starts the apocalypse by resurrecting Jughead's dog, Hot Dog.
Oh.
A classic.
And then it bites Jughead, and then he starts the zombie apocalypse. And then she gets married to Cthulhu, and then ends the world.
Listen, pause, man. Listen. So back in my time, where things were not so fucking grimdark, right? Okay, where things were so stupid. Sabrina just attended the same fucking high school because that was just a high school, and they also Josie and the Pussycats also attended that fucking school. It's just the thing. It was all 3 comics just it just happened to be the same fucking school. This guy's story, I don't know where that came from. And that's some new age shit, and that's just fucking weird. But I mean, hey, people got to be entertained, I guess.
And to be fair, Sabrina could just be a transfer student because
her show's over.
Well, yeah, her show got canceled, but also because, like I said, they've already got a cult run by Cheryl Blossom. There are multiple ghouls and someone claiming to be the devil. Betty is very interested in being pregnant, and there was a bomb plot at one point.
Yeah, I see this.
Archie allegedly fought a bear.
What?
Is he,
Sorry,
fuck is-
sorry. This is one
is he
step away
Samson?
from.
Is he fucking Samson from like
Sorry,
the Bible?
what?
Like, what is this?
What?
Yo,
Archie did
this
what
straight-
now?
This
No,
straight-
no.
Archie
Actually,
fought
no.
a bear.
Pause before that. Did he fucking do it with his bare hands? Literally, I'm not even making a joke.
I'm not
Yo.
clear on how the bear fight happened. I've just seen some gifs and clips of the aftermath where he's like at his locker in the gym or like in the gym locker going "Mrr," without a shirt on, and you can see like 3 very small scratches on one of his pegs.
Of course you can.
Oh my god.
Listen,
That's-
I'll tell
that's
you
what
what
you
he.
mean.
I'll tell you what he's doing, Baron. Her name's
Yeah.
Betty.
No. Okay, look. The way the conversation goes is Reggie's trying to like start some shit with him over some sort of petty drama, and then he's like, Archie's clearly not having it and turns away, and Reggie's like, what happened to your chest? And he was like, oh, I fought a bear. And he's like, for real? And he's like, yeah, for real. I
Archie
don't
straight
know
up,
if that's real, but
I-
this is also the show that straight up had the "You're the Goblin King" as a line. So
Archie straight up turned into Brock Sampson from Venture Bros.
Damn.
I'm done. I'm done.
I these actors were very clearly adults when this show started 6 years ago. It's
Sis,
Yeah.
huh?
yeah, this is just a show that keeps happening, and I thought you guys deserved to know what was up with it these days.
I
It's
mean-
like every season his cheeks become more chiseled. What's happening?
Oh my god, I hate that. I just noticed that too. I hate
Listen, by the end, he'll look like Michael fucking Jackson.
Oh fuck!
that. Oh, leave him to man alone.
Stop.
But nonetheless, I'm like, I guess it's good to see. The
What?
actress
What
for
is good
Sabrina?
to see, Beastie?
did you listen?
No.
Exactly. What I was talking about was the actress for Sabrina. At
Yeah.
least,
Okay.
retain her role somehow in some sort of way, even if it's for a little bit. What
show
I'm
got
not happy to
canceled.
see is about this series continue on for some fucking reason because the fan base likes, oh my god, his shirt, oh my god, but he's still like a teenager. No, he's not. He's fucking.
That's an
How
adult
the fuck
man.
do you think?
Yeah.
How
That's
the
an
fuck do you
adult
think
man.
Arrow survived? How do you think Arrow survived for so long? Anyways.
Yo, hang
Anyways.
on. No, you don't even go that far back. How the fuck you think Flash is still on?
Right. Listen, I
Yeah,
can't
but
wait for Riverdale season 7 where Archie looks like Darkseid.
Stop.
They might give him boots in season 7.
I'm just saying
Okay.
here. This series should have. I feel like they should have just like, because like this is not the Archie
Yeah.
comic I was expecting.
Sorry,
or,
they
you know,
ended
Adventures.
Q-Force, but they continued Riverdale. Okay.
No. Q-Force got exactly what it deserved.
Oh my god.
Listen, I watched.
That show
I
was
was
trash.
I was away for 2 weeks. I watched that show. I was like, you know what? That is the right
Ooh.
kind of funny for my sense of humor.
Jeez.
You're allowed, but like I watched the trailer and went, "Oh, that's homophobic."
Ooh.
No, listen.
And it
Fuck
didn't get
that.
better from there.
If you watch it, and I'm not gonna sit here and defend the rest of the show. All I'll defend is episode 1.
Okay.
If you
okay.
watch episode 1, it's not as homophobic as you think it is. One character's homophobic, and it's about stepping out of that. It's on
And then
purpose.
okay.
Mm.
Mm.
The trailer's really fucking misleading. I don't know who got the
The
trailer
trailer
together.
looked like a hate crime. Okay.
The trailer was a the trailer was a hate crime. Stop. Pause. End.
I am so sorry.
Can you believe we still have more news?
No, just one very brief piece. Take us to it. We'll get through it, and then we can go to the book. There's a movie happening. It's based on a novel that's already been adapted into a movie, which is the top right. That was in the 60s, and it was okay. Rachel Weisz is in it, which is the only reason I'm bringing it up because she's pretty and I like seeing her in things. It's called Séance on a Wet Afternoon. The plot involves a medium convincing her husband to help her kidnap a child so that
I'm
they can solve a crime.
Ah,
And
Riverdale season 8. Got it. Yeah.
if you told me that was a plot in Riverdale, I would believe you. I
I
wouldn't
would
even
just
ask any more
believe you.
questions. I'd just take your word for it.
Oh god.
I'm sorry to derail that, but I pitched an idea at the table because we are steadily approaching episode 100 of our show,
Oh god, yeah, we are.
and so I pitched an episode to table, and well, subscribe to youtube.com/nerdcrusadepod to see if that comes to fruition.
Oh boy.
It's coming up. It's coming up. Oh god. But yeah, we don't have much news on this. It's just vaguely a sort of project. It's being produced by Legendary, and it's being directed by Thomas Alfredson. That's what we got. I think it'll be fine. I like horror. I love seeing Rachel Weisz in things because, again, pretty. But
Well, when you said Seance on a wet afternoon, it wasn't the movie I was exactly thinking of. But I'll watch this anyways.
I can't blame you for your assumptions.
Mhm.
Thank you for Riverdale table.
I'm glad we all enjoyed that. but that takes us to the final portion of our news show every week, the comic review. So what we do is we put up 2 comics that Red and I have chosen on our Twitter, on our Instagram, our social medias, whatever, and you can vote on which one we're going to review that week.
The fun part about this gamble...
Okay, hear you all for a second. Red, would you like to take it from here while I sort that out?
Yes. So the fun part about this gamble is Table and I and these other 2 gentlemen don't really know what the books are going to be. I know mine, Table knows hers. And until they're on socials and we can see both pictures, we don't know what they're going to be, what the other one is. This week, it was between continuing a story we did about a month ago for Eat the Rich, which I did read, and it was good.
I'm sure it was.
But the alternative option was Throg.
Throg. And you know what? Our audience made the right choice.
They did. To me, my mighty hammer.
Oh, just you fucking wait. Just
yes.
you wait. So, this is Thor 2020 number 18. It's been an ongoing series. The book opens with a quick little blurb for anyone new to it that's just like, hey, just so you know what's going on. A, here's who Throg is in a paragraph. And B, Thor is currently All-Father and having a rough time. Mjolnir's been disobedient, quote unquote, so he stuck it in a mountain and told the Avengers to keep an eye on it. The Avengers did not successfully keep an eye on it, and it's been stolen. Thor is understandably distressed.
And also,
Damn.
This is written by legendary Marvel writer right now, like Marvel's new hot boy, Donny Cates.
Yes.
Okay.
Who also did a little series called King in Black, which we have touched upon many a times on this show.
King in Black was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Fun fact,
So-
one of the characters he created is going to come up in an episode we're going to do.
Looking forward to it.
Mm.
So this book opens up with Thor at a very long table having a conversation. He's actually not having a conversation. He's having a monologue. He's just being like, look, I have fucked up in the past. I am fucking up in the present. I will likely fuck up in the future, but I am asking for your help with this one. Could you do me a solid?
Again, please.
He says it much more dramatically. And you know what? It's a good speech. It conveys, like, you know, remorse, a desire for personal growth, self-awareness. Good job, Kate. This is a persuasive speech because that's what Thor's trying to do.
That's
He's
what
trying to
heroes
persuade.
What heroes do.
He's trying to persuade Loki to help him find Mjolnir. Loki, who's like, weird call, weird thing to ask of me. And his big point with this whole conversation is fuck off, no. And Thor's like, but please. And they go back and forth a little bit. The art's mostly good, a little inconsistent on Loki's face, but I'm blaming that more on the colorist than the artist because the lines are pretty minimal. It's just some weird fucking shading that you're like, what do his cheekbones look like? And that's between him and God, I guess.
That's not. Oh my god, that was. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah.
Sorry. Fuck, I was actually
I'm
rude.
sorry.
Jesus fuck.
I need a whole minute to recover. Fuck.
That's fine. I can keep going. Thor's
I got it. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing, but he shaded it wrong. That's not like Jesus.
Thor's big trying to convince him point was, you're the person that I can trust with this. Like, this is very deep and personal, and it's a big deal, and I can't leave Asgard because I've got to be fucking king, and I've been kind of a bad king recently. I need to do better. And Loki's like, you're aware that I am also a king, right? With responsibilities, right? And they also come to the conclusion that what Thor is looking for isn't like a king or an ally. What he's looking for is a spy. Someone who can, sneak around, who can gather information, who has a vast network of whispers that he can and through this logic, Loki talks himself into agreeing. Because he's like, actually, that sounds like a lot of fun. That's right up my alley. Fuck.
I need someone conniving and sneaky. A shitlord, if you will, Loki. You know who's a good shitlord? You! And Loki's like, you know what, brother? I am a perfectly good shitlord. I'll do it.
Oh,
and so this section ends with, quote, pour me a drink, I'm plotting. Which is just a good line.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like something I would say.
Right? This whole scene is also done really well in terms of color because it's got like some blues and pinks, your hots and colds, as Thor and Loki kind of play off of each other, which just creates some good back and forth dynamics just looking at the pages.
Right.
So I'm not going to say you're forgiven for whatever the fuck's going on with Loki's cheekbones, oh colorist, but you got some chops. I'll give you that.
Hello, God, it's me, colorist.
Jesus.
But from the halls of Asgard, from the halls of Asgard, we journey to another grand hall, a swamp. And in that
Somebody
swamp,
once told me. Sorry.
Stop.
in the forever glade, all creatures big and small, shining and frogular, have gathered to see the return of their king.
Frogular.
Frogular.
Not even amphibic, but all right. Do your thing.
You're right. Amphibic would have been a better word.
It's almost like the
assassin?
English language has a word for what she was trying to say. And you know what? Fuck that word.
Jesus.
Amphibic is the word I wanted. It is not the word I said.
The
But
amphibic
anyway,
assassin, yes. Oh boy.
the mighty Throg has come home.
Mhm.
And he's also giving a pretty good speech where he's telling them, I'm sure you've heard of the stories of my battle on Asgard against the pretender Donald Blake, and I'm here to tell you the truth. That guy got his shit rocked.
My God.
He says specifically he knows the taste of Ruru, but I like mine better. Sorry.
As promised, I beat those cheeks. Huzzah!
And roaring applause. Roaring applause, as Throg always deserves. But before he can finish his speech, there is another like crash of thunder, bolt of lightning, and he goes, "What in the 19 hells is?" And it's Thor.
Oh fuck, 19.
They've got
Damn.
You'll
you
notice
think
that
you have 7? They have 19 hells.
19.
Yeah.
Oh,
you'll
shit.
notice that those hells, unlike the Norse hells, are spelt with 2 L's, not 1.
Oh, he's talking about the real shit. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Frogs have 19 hells, apparently.
Bro, to have 19 different levels of like badness, like true evil, that's rough. Because
That's
that means
complicated.
that means each one has a bad boss level, and that's like I don't want that.
I want a frog Dante's Inferno. Let's go. Anyway,
Enter the Froggen. Anyway.
Oh jeez.
I would love a dungeon crawler that's frog hell themed.
Frog may
with
cry.
19 levels.
Jesus Christ.
frog.
Listen,
frog
people
may
that did
cry.
Hades, I know you did Hades, and it's the best game we've ever watched somebody play. But I'm wondering, can you just like slap over Hades? It's just Frog Hades.
Just Hades, but with frogs.
Just
I would love
with
that
the name.
mod.
Just
Mhm.
somebody make me a mod for Hades, and they're just all frogs.
Just change the art. It's all frogs now. But
But let's not digress. Let's go.
Mhm.
Thor looks suitably embarrassed to find himself in a swamp, which is always a good look for him. And Throg is also like, this bitch again? What could you possibly need? And then we go to Throg's meeting chamber, where Thor obviously doesn't fit, okay? He's just like hunched up and trying to give exactly the same speech he gave Loki to Throg.
Jesus, it's like an even worse version of Luke with talking to Yoda in Yoda's hut.
Honestly. But before he can even go too far into his little speech, Throg interrupts him by just eating a fly from in front of his face, and he's like, look, you actually can just stop talking now. Your hammer got stolen. I still have mine because I'm cooler than you, but yours was stolen, and you want my help finding it.
And
Sure.
you know what? He was right.
He was right. And Thor's like, how the fuck do you know that? And the answer is, quote, Throg knows everything. Okay, no further questions.
Marvel,
used to it.
Marvel, I need a shirt that says Throg knows everything on it.
I would wear that shirt. So, Throg's only request in exchange for his help is he'll need a team.
You can find that team on youtube.com/nerdcrusadepod. Anyway.
You know what? We weren't far, okay? We're about to be introduced to Throg's Avengers, and
Nice.
ours
Do it.
wasn't a bad guess, considering what we were pulling from.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
I'll give him this. His bird alternative, not our bird alternative. We went with Red Wing, Falcon's bird. It's a falcon. He's psychic.
They're just
But-
birds. Anyway.
Other than that, he's just a bird. Throg has done us one better. Hugin and Munin, Odin's birds of legend that are used to spy on all of reality across the 9-10 realms here.
11
And
hells
Throg's like,
even.
I need
16 hells.
And Throg, all 19 of them. And Throg's argument is he needs access to all the realms, so he needs those birds to journey far and wide. And you know what? He deserves it.
And you know what? Red, if you had picked those birds, they would have murdered everything. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that would have been game over.
I didn't know they were options, if I'm being honest.
That's fair.
It's fair. It's fair.
And also, we were kind of in a state of mind when we drafted the team, so you know what? Fuck them.
We were in a state of mind. It was great. But from the birds, now he can get everywhere. But that means he needs to know where to get, because everywhere is on the table, which means he needs a tracker, someone with a nose for these kinds of things. And he goes for a very good boy bloodhound, Lockjaw. Because adventure awaits.
Because adventure awaits.
Portal hopper. You need one of those.
And now that they've got access and a tracker, what they need is safety. They're going into sketchy territory. For the record, the page for this is a fucking pirate ship. And I went, who's on a pirate ship? No! That I guess Kitty Pryde is on a boat these days.
Excuse you, she goes by Kate now.
Oh?
I see.
So
I need to catch up on some X-Men stuff.
Here, I'll give you 30 seconds of X-Men lore. So, she's not allowed, or well, she is the same. She is the safe transport for mutants via the seas, the high seas, even back and forth. Exactly. Between Krakoa and wherever the hell she wants.
That's fucking
and she goes by
excellent.
Kate.
They turn homegrown to a pirate. I dig it. Let's go.
I'm here for it.
Excuse you, pirate.
I dig it. Let's go.
Go for it, yeah.
But they go visit Kate Pryde's pirate ship to pick up Lockheed the Blackened. After all, having a dragon on the team is never a bad idea.
A fucking green. Nerd Crusade seal of approval.
Correct. And finally, given that Mjolnir is magic and it's gone missing, and therefore there is probably some magic shit afoot, Throg turns up at the Sanctum in New York. And Stephen Strange answers the door and is like, can I help you? And Throg's like, no, actually, I'm here for that ghost dog!
Excuse the fuck out of me. I'm aware of the ghost dog, but like,
what?
Stop.
His name is apparently Bats. Bats, ghost dog.
Boy.
So that's his team.
Because Ace is from the other dimension anyway.
Right?
I guess.
But you have a perfectly huge, giant saber-toothed tiger doing nothing right now, hanging around some guy who doesn't belong there.
I know.
But all right. But all right, man.
We were
you wanna
we were so close.
I guess Ghost Dog.
If you want to know what Zabu, our pick for the final member of Throg's team, is up to nowadays, you'll have to check out one of our itty bitty reruns over on our YouTube channel as well, because we actually discussed the book where that guy's currently hanging out. And you know, right? It's with some white dude who shouldn't be there.
Who shouldn't be there. All
But
right.
we've got our team named, and Thor goes, "Wow, you've thought about this, huh? But yeah, sure. Go get your friends. Go do that." And Thor's like, "Ha, I did that 4 days ago." And just so we're clear, we may be spies for you right now, but together we are Avengers, and you will acknowledge it. And he's right.
Understood.
I will
Mm.
acknowledge it.
I love
Understood.
every part of this.
Because that's where the book ends. Next book, next issue, we see the adventures of Throg's Avengers, and I am very excited.
You know, I'm not a huge cat fan, but I don't like this non-cat bias. I stand by
respect
Zabu. Hashtag. But look,
Hashtag stand with Zabu.
man, maybe he'll come up in a future installment. But listen, man, I still dig this team, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? We weren't super far off.
If I had
Mm-mm.
known Bat's
Three
head existed
odd
and the
members.
Odin fucking birds were on the table, I would have picked him.
Yeah. How are you to
Yeah.
know that that part of Norse mythology was applicable here? Come on. I stand by our pet Avengers, but Throg's Avengers, oh, they look like fun. Oh, they look
You
like
know what?
fun.
These are Throg's secret pet Avengers, though,
The secret pet Avengers. Oh shit.
right?
Yeah. Yeah,
They're not-
I'm
they're
down
not-
for that.
They're not full on official. They gotta keep quiet. They're doing a low profile mission here. They're the secret ones, man. They're the secret pet Avengers. Yeah. I dig it.
Even the uncanny Avengers, if you will.
Ooh.
Positively uncanny.
The Uncaged Avengers.
Well, if you want to make sure that you vote for that book next time it comes around, you can follow us on Twitter at
Mhm.
Crusade Nerd, on Instagram at Nerd Crusade. You can find us on Facebook by searching Nerd Crusade, and also we're on TikTok by searching Nerd Crusade.
We sure are these days.
Yep.
If you want more of us on a live with our goofs and gavs, you can find us here at twitch.tv/nerdcrusade every single Monday and Thursday. This coming Monday, we're going to be returning back to Ezio Delicio.
Oh boy,
He says
The
that
mean
only
streets-
delivers.
the mean streets of Italy need cleaning up.
That
Yeah,
they do. And then the following week, it's time for Mario Party, y'all.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh
I'm
shit.
Grab your drinks
Look,
and
I
lose some
just wanna
friends.
say
Here we go.
I just want to say before we get there, I've enjoyed being your friend.
Oh.
And see, through a pre-Nerd Crusade... Oh, no, this was during the Nerd Crusade. Edition of Mario Party, I may have tossed Shino under several buses.
Mike.
Yes.
Yeah, you went to the bus depot, stood by the gate, and just every time you got back up, you chucked him back in front of them leaving.
Like
I seem to always be targeted. I will let you guys know that this coming Saturday, I don't know, may possibly be the last time I see your faces ever again. All right, cool. Because after this, our friendship is going to be tested. All right, yeah, all right. Just let me
my
know.
God.
Okay, yeah. We'll see how much I really like you. Okay, yeah, I really like you guys.
Yeah,
come
we will.
that for yeah. All right.
With that in mind, what we'd like to do at the end of our show is we'd like to send you guys either somewhere where we can continue the conversation. If I can get these words out of my mouth, it'll be great,
My God.
right? If I could get the cock in my mouth. Anyway,
What?
Not on stream.
you're correct. That's against TOS. Anyway, so our choices this week are Fortnite, Hollow Knight, Apex Legends, or we will send you all to Variant Edmonton's very own stream,
Ooh, very
where they'll be talking comics as well.
Variant.
Boy, you said some words just now. Listen, let's send them off to Variant Edition, man. We owe those homies some love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10-4. If you like both the people that appear on their stream, might want to tune in. Make sure you're following us here on twitch.tv/nerdcrusade. There might be a big thing on the way. A big storm's coming is what we're trying to say.
And Variant might be involved. Fingers crossed.
With that in mind, we'll check with you all later.